All right, guys, welcome back to the shack. Today, we're going to be talking about this project here. And that's right, guys. This is a 30-something inch laser project that I did for a local realtor here in town. Now, she's a friend of the family. My wife had worked with her before, so this is not really a go out and trying to get business type job, but I will tell you that I do expect when this thing gets out there, when folks see it, when this lady's co-workers see this thing, I expect to get orders. And so I'm going to walk you through the process of how I made this. It's not something that I feel as though I need to do a full video on, because a lot of the little small things that we cover in here are pretty basic, and we cover it in a lot of different videos. But I want to go through more the how I plan to use this to help increase business. This is the material that I use to make this project. I used the X40 Max, and I do cut the material at 17.5 by 35 inches. So this key is roughly around 32, just a little under 33 inches from tip to tip. So in order to make it this big, you're going to need a bigger machine, like something like the X40 or something similar. Now, you can, however, scale down and do it a little smaller, and if you set it up diagonally in your machine like so, you could actually make a pretty good size one of these on a standard 400-ish by 400 machine. Or if you have the longer B1 40 watt or 30 watt, you can also like I said, those machines are a little bit bigger than the 400 by 400, so you can make a decent size one. All right, guys, so like I said, this project's about 32 inches. I'm just going to be putting a little bit of glue on this thing so that we can put it together. I'm using just regular Type Bond 3 wood glue because I don't know what kind of environment this thing's going to be in, but it should hold regardless. I figure the most extreme that it may be around is, it'd probably get left in a vehicle during the summer in Alabama, and it can get pretty hot. So the heat shouldn't affect the wood glue. I don't expect it to get rained on or get wet, but hey, who knows? If it does, the Type Bond 3 should be up to the challenge. But you'll notice these little binder clips. If you don't have these things, guys, go to Dollar Tree, Dollar General, wherever. You can get like packs of these things for just mere dollars, like a couple of dollars for like 20 of them. And these things make really, really good little clamps for like 3mm, 4.5mm plywood. I think these will open up to about 3/4 of an inch, and that's as thick as they want to go. All right, so and for the numbers, the letters and stuff, the way I did that is I used a little piece of material that I cut out with the letters, and I just kind of set myself up basically a template to use to position these things. A little bit of painter's tape just to hold my template in place. I'm going to be using some really thin CA glue, and the reason I did is because I wanted it to soak into the wood and not run. I don't want it running up underneath the piece that I've got taped on there, because if that happens, bad things are going to happen. So I'm using the really thin CA because it dries so fast on the material. It doesn't run. It's not going to squish out or anything, because gluing all of this together and making it into one big mess would not be good. Luckily, I had pretty good luck with it. I did manage to get a little bit of glue under my fingers, under my fingernails, because I forgot to put gloves or anything on, but it worked out well, and we just kind of go through here and get all of the letters plugged in. All right, so I'm going to be fast forwarding through a few steps, guys, just for the length of the video. We're going to concentrate more on building business than we are building this key. So gluing all 3 layers together, that makes this thing 3/4 inch thick pieces together. Using my little clamps once again and some Type Bond. Then we're just going to set it to the side, let that glue set, and once it gets set, I'll be going over it with about 4 coats of polyacrylic. So now let's go talk about how this thing could benefit your business and how it's benefited mine. All right, guys, so this is going to be one of those few videos where you get a glimpse into this corner of the building. This is where the air conditioner lives. It's further away from my work area, so I didn't know exactly how much noise the thing was going to generate, so that's why it's over here. But the reason we're here, guys, is this. This is my massive dry erase board that I DIY'd on the back of my door. Picked this material up at Home Depot, and made this thing. This is how I keep track of my orders. I get a lot of people asking me lately, how do you keep track of your orders? You know, what is your system? And guys, that's it. It's very, very simple. Nothing too fancy. A dry erase board on the back of my door helps me keep track of the orders that I have coming in. Now, I will say this. A dry erase board is only as good as the person who writes on it. So if you're bad to forget things, don't procrastinate. Write it down because it has happened to me. But how do you think that this project would benefit you as far as ongoing business? So let's talk about that. All right, so the thing about it is, with any project that you do, you've got to look at what it is you're getting from it, whether it's money, whether you're drumming up business, whether this is like one of those bait projects that you're just trying to bait people in to check out your Facebook or whatever. You need to figure that out up front. So with this, I know that realtors, they're all about presentation. They're salespeople. They want to sell things. So I've seen the stuff that our realtors in the area use, you know, for their pictures, like, hey, I just bought this new house. I got my key. You know, they do those type of things. That is big for them because that's how a lot of people get their marketing. They're looking for customers. They want more customers to see what they've got going on and see that this person is happy that they got their house, and they want to take that moment and use it as an advertisement. And so thus the really cool, big, massive key. Because they're going to take a picture with this thing, and it's going to be in every picture they take. Now, that's cool. That's good for the realtor because their name's on here. You've got their hashtag for the modern folks that want to, you know, use social media to their benefit. You've got a phone number of where to contact them. You got the logo of the company that they work for, because that logo, that company, that realty group, it's kind of like a brand. So you know that if this person works for this company, then, you know, they've got a reputation in my community. So this is just like one big marketing platform right here, all together. Basically every picture they take with somebody that just bought a house, this is their thumbnail. Okay, so that's cool for me too, because other realtors are going to see this and go, man, that's nicer than the cardboard cutout I have with stickers on it, or that's nicer than the one layered engraved one that I got, you know. And so they're gonna be like, where'd you get that? That's what the benefit of stuff like this is. Even if you don't do nothing else, guys, but just surf Facebook in your area, find those successful realtors in the area that are selling stuff. Just when you're sitting around and you've not got any jobs going on, make one of these, put their information on there. You know, if you don't want to use the logo because you're worried that maybe they might, you know, have an issue with that, then don't use the logo. Just make the key itself. If that's all you want to do, just make the black key, and then, you know, maybe have some mock-ups or some pictures of what you could do to it. But take it out, show it to them, give it to them, donate it. Once that thing gets into circulation, and this will be a science experiment for you guys, because like I said, I expect this one's going to drum up a little bit. If nothing else, they're going to call and ask me to make other things, even if they don't want to replicate this one. So projects like this, especially if you look on Etsy and places like that, they make these, but a lot of your realtors are going to prefer to get something local. And that's where the whole reason I have my dry erase board is mostly because of party planners and home sales, because that's my two biggest customers that are on that board the most, is the home sales and my party planner, which I'm working on a project for her tonight. So hopefully, I'm hoping to add this realty company and the other ones, because once one of these realtors gets this cool key and they start seeing it, all these other realtors are going to be like, where did you get the key? Got to have one. And I'm hoping, instead of going to Etsy, they find out who made this one, because I'm going to advertise it on my Facebook page as well, and they come to the shack to get theirs. Now, I will tell you this, because this is a gift for a friend of my wife's, I wanted to make it extra cool. This is 3 layers of birch plywood. That's right, 3 layers. These letters are not engraved. These are cut out and glued, as we showed in the video. But just in case you skip past that part, just know that this is 3 layers of plywood. This thing's thick, all right? And everything was painted before it was put together, so there's no overspray or no issues like that. One thing I've got left to do, so I'm going to touch up the back a little bit, because I had some incidents with the back. But this is what I would like to say. This is one of those marketing projects for you, because the project that you're making to give or to sell to another company, they're going to use for marketing, which means they're going to try to put it in as many Facebook posts, Instagram posts. They're going to try to put it in as many places as they possibly can. So not only are they getting exposure for selling a house, but your business is going to get exposure for making it, if you can get it out there that you made it. And I never let something like this leave my shop without a nice little Clack Shack sticker or an engrave or something on it. I think with this one I'm going to go with a sticker, because I don't really want to engrave on the black. It's not going to be very visible. But always take those opportunities to get that marketing out there, guys, because this is one of those projects that, yeah, I might not make, but, you know, just a handful of these keys, which I already have the file for. So that's a benefit to me, because, you know, I made this file to do one. So if I can do 10, then it makes the time that I spent on that file that much more economical for me, because I'm making my money back. But even if they don't want this, if they say, hey, I want cutting boards, or I want, you know, this, or I want keychains, or I want, you know, I want all of my people that buy houses, I want them to have this really nice keychain, you know, that is to them and has the date they purchased the house and all this stuff. No matter what it is, I want the realtors to come to me for some type of personalized item. And I will tell you that for personalization, for personalized items, you've got, like, memorable moments is one of the most biggest customers, I guess I would say, of what we do, which is personalizing things. And the reason being is because buying your first house, or buying a house, period, it's a big decision. It's one of those life milestones that people want to remember. So that's one of those things. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, buying a house, you know, 16th birthday, turning 21, all these different memorable times are when you're going to make the most money. So there you go. Well, I hope the video helps, guys. Like I said, I didn't put a whole lot of recording into the video because it's just a simple file. We'll go over that plenty more times, but I did want to share with you the opportunity that every job is an opportunity to get more jobs if you play your cards right. So don't always look at that $5 or $10 that you're going to be making, or hopefully more. You know, if it's a big job, hopefully you're making 50, 60 bucks profit off of it for something like this. But don't just look at that initial, like, immediate, like, result. Look at what's going to happen down the road. Look at, hey, once they see this, they like this, there's going to be more business. It's coming. Always, that's your goal. It doesn't always happen, but your goal is to do a good job, make a little money, and get more jobs for an extended period of time so you can make even more money. And that's kind of how you get started. But it takes persistence, dedication, and lots of work. So if you have any other questions, guys, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. If you've made these or had similar experiences with your projects, taking them out and having good results and drumming up other work, share that down below, because the more people that know the ins and outs and the little tricks of the trade, I guess you could say, that work, the better. Because there's a lot of folks out there that will tell you how they did it. But what works for one person doesn't work for everybody. Just like what works for me may not work for you. So that's why I like to get your guys' input. So drop something down below if you've had a project like this that you've done that way, or something similar that you sell on a regular basis. Feel free to share your story down below in the comments, so that maybe we can help somebody with the video build their business and get it to where they want it to be. Whether it's just a side business, whether it's just weekend warrior type stuff, or if you're like me and trying to retire from your day job. So there you have it. Till next time, guys, be safe and have a good day.